It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. The smiles on our faces should tell the tale. The Netball World Cup is just 2 days away. 2 days. I don't know if you've driven through Cape Town town. You can feel it, baby. There is no doubt that all teams involved will be feeling the pressure right now ahead of the first World Cup on African soil.
Yes, we are so hyped. Look at the smile on our face. And who better to chat ahead of the tournament than someone who has been in the national setup in one way or another for many, many years. Yes, she has set the bar. She's an absolute superstar. We talk about Prins, and she has donned the green and gold from the SA Under-18, SA Under-21, as well as the President's team. Now, Prins has also played for the Gauteng Golden Fireballs and the Western Cape Southern Stings in the local Netball League. I think that definitely deserves another big round of
So let's be honest, is it a Netball World Cup with Joe? I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I think it is.
strange.
There's been many before this.
We might just pull it off. Joe, you're awesome. Thank you for being here. We love you so much. We love what you've given to the sport. We love that you are as excited about this incredible gateway. But let's push the brakes on because we're all about our personal connections here. It's been the craziest couple of years for us. I've had to step in and step out of reality a couple of times to try and manage while we're on live TV. All of this has been happening. You've lived a life over the last 3 years. How are you, my friend?
I am very well, thank you. Thank you for asking, and I think that's something we should do more.
Yeah.
In society, we tend to ask, how are you? And they say, no, I'm fine, thank you, and then we just carry on. But I think really touching base and having that sense of community and realizing that we all make part of this bigger picture and we can all connect more and really be more empathetic and more sympathetic and have more insight. And yes, we're going to speak about mental health, and I want to say that I'm not a qualified psychiatrist or psychologist, but I am a human having a human experience, and all of us have gone through so much in the past couple of years. I mean, we have to bring up COVID and how it affected us, and we are still kind of healing from that time, and a lot of us went through different things, and it changed our lives in a lot of sense, in not just how we interact with one another, but how you interact with yourself.
Yeah, it moved the baseline. It really did. It kind of feels like the whole world has shifted into another
It does, and it shifts to a point where we're actually actioning things for once, which is great, right? Joe, you literally are a product of that right now. You're coming from the height of the game, the intensity, the demand, and everything else that comes with that, to a point where you could make an active decision to take a break for you, to fill up your cup.
Choice, yeah.
Firstly, well done, because not many people are doing that. Not people are answering their truth. How has that served you? How's that decision been so far? How are you feeling?
Because you look happy, man. You look so good.
I think you would call me crazy and not in the right mind to pull out of the squad like in prep for World Cup.
Yeah,
that's the time I pulled out. You know, it's like we're getting ready for World Cup. We're starting our camps, and I made that very difficult decision. And being an athlete, you know, that's kind of the thing you work towards your entire life since a little girl is playing World Cup. And I was faced with a mental battle and the struggle of, I can't do this, you know? And that's the most difficult thing I had to admit to myself. I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to take a break. I need to choose me, because for the longest time, we always choose other people or other things or do what we think we're supposed to do instead of doing what we should do for ourselves. And for the first time in my whole life, I think I answered the call for myself. What do you need? And I needed a break.
Yeah. And clearly, so, I mean, we've seen how busy you are. And I think I've had a front row seat to that, covering sports for a number of years now. And I think because you started so young and have achieved so much, it's difficult to put it into perspective. But there is a point here where it speaks to taking responsibility for yourself and for your teammates as well. This close to a World Cup, where are the headspace? Where is that at with the girls? Because I know you are so connected to them, and this speaks to you making a decision on behalf not only of yourself, but of that group dynamic and that group energy, which is amazing in itself. How nervous and how hectic is it for a player at this level? And imagine on your home soil, the level of expectation there. What is the mind game like in a World Cup now, 2 days before?
Pressure.
I think it's something that you can't really explain or put into words if you haven't experienced it yourself. Me not being in that setup now, currently being a player, but still having those feelings and knowing exactly what those girls are feeling, it is insane. It's kind of, you're preparing for something your entire life and it only comes around every 4 years and you don't know if you're going to be in that team or not. It's only 12 players that's going to be in that squad. So knowing that you're the 12 of the best players in the entire country and then altogether there's only 60 nations. So just think of how limited
What are
that
the
is
odds? Yeah.
in the entire world.
Crazy.
So you are also playing home ground, so there's a whole different kind of pressure on you because nobody wants to disappoint the fans at home.
Yeah.
So they are honestly excited, definitely excited,
sure.
but the nerves are definitely kicking in. And I think it gets even worse when you're standing in that tunnel and you're getting those kind of butterflies and you kind of black out sometimes. But when it comes to showtime, you are more than prepared because you did all the work. They've been working so hard. Everybody's hungry and they have such a beautiful team culture and spirit. And I think that's one of my favorite things about Protea's setup is the GCT, God Country team. And if you play with that in mind, if you play with your heart, if you play for something bigger than yourself, it gives you wings. So I think they're very excited and ready to get going.
Well, it's given you wings.
yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, my friend.
Oh, thanks for having me. I always love coming here because you guys always hype me up.
We love you. I mean, look at the
I think as sad as we are for not seeing you in the competition, I think we're actually really happy to see how you are doing. That's a win for me and I think for everybody else, and we can definitely take a page out of your book. So thank you for coming through this morning show. You're an absolute queen. And for now, though, we're going to stay active and get into something for the kids. Let's check this out.